So today class we will be focusing on the economic situation in Belize, focusing mainly on the national debt of this country. So to define national debt is just the money that the country would borrow and repay back either to local lenders or external lenders, right? So the reason why we borrow money or why countries would borrow money in a whole is to build infrastructure like roads and schools, to recover from natural disasters, and to maintain public services, or when a pandemic comes around like the COVID-19, that's where countries will borrow money to facilitate the cost of living due to the fact that the country was in a lockdown by then. So what is the amount of money that we owe at the time? The amount of money that we owe to both local and external lenders adds up to $4.676 billion, which is about 2.3 billion US dollars, right? This represents the 66.6 gross domestic product, which means that Belize owes about 2/3 of what it produces. So which means that if we produce $100 worth of product per year, we already owe 66.6. So actually the income, or I would say the the real income would be only for the $4.4, right? I hope you guys understand that clearly. So the benefits about borrowing money is that yes, it helps the country to develop, but it also creates a long-term financial pressure, right? So we are not going to break down the debts, right? So we have local lenders and external lenders, right? So locally we owe $1.692 billion to domestic lenders, right, which is within Belize, and to external lenders we owe $2.984 billion, which those lenders might be like the World Bank, like the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, Taiwan, Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development also. No, local lenders would be like Central Bank of Belize, local commercial banks, pension funds like Social Security Board. So Belize's debt is divided into two main parts, like I just said: external debt, which is about 2.984, or to international lenders, and 1.692 loan